Hello, friends, and welcome back. So, today we begin with the first of Jacob's 12 sons, Reuben. As the firstborn, Reuben carried great responsibility and privilege, yet his life shows us both the dangers of compromise and the importance of character. So, let's walk through his story step by step. So, 1. Reuben's birth, which we can see in Genesis 29, verse 32. Reuben was the first son of Jacob and Leah. Leah, unloved by Jacob, named him Reuben, meaning sea, a son. She hoped his birth would win Jacob's affection. So from birth, Reuben carried the weight of expectation, not just as the firstborn, but as the son who might heal his parent-strained relationship. So what lesson can we learn from this? Many of us are born into family, expectation, pressures, or brokenness. Like Reuben, our story often begins with struggles we didn't choose, but God can still shape our future. 2. Reuben's responsibility as firstborn. As Jacob's eldest, Reuben was supposed to be the leader of his brothers, the one to inherit the double portion and the family blessing. He had a position of honor, but leadership isn't just about position, it's about character, and here is where Reuben struggled. So what lesson can we learn from this? Titles that don't make leaders, integrity does. You can be first in line, but without character, you won't finish well. 3. Reuben's sin, which we can see in Genesis 35, verse 22. Reuben made a shocking mistake. He slept with Bilhah, his father's concubine. This act dishonored his father and destroyed his credibility as the firstborn. It wasn't just a private sin, it had generational consequences. Later, when Jacob blessed his sons, he said of Reuben, "You are my firstborn, but unstable as water. You will not excel." You can see this in Genesis 49, verse 3 to 4. So what lesson can we learn from this? One moment of weakness can cost us years of blessing. Choice matters, integrity matters. Private sin often has public consequences. 4. Reuben the protector. You can see this in Genesis 37, verse 21 to 22. But Reuben wasn't all bad. When his brothers plotted to kill Joseph, Reuben stepped in, convinced them not to shed blood, but to throw Joseph into a pit instead, planning to rescue him later. Suddenly, he left for a while, and when he returned, Joseph had already been sold. Reuben tore his clothes in grief, saying, "The boy is gone, and I, where shall I go?" So what lesson can we learn from this? Sometimes we have good intention, but if we delay, the moment to act can pass. Don't just plan to do right, do it now. 5. Reuben's legacy. We can see this is Numbers 32, Deuteronomy 33, verse 6. Reuben's tribe later settled east of the Jordan. They had land, flocks, and blessings, but they never rose to leadership among the tribes. Jacob's prophecy proved true. Reuben never excelled, yet Moses prayed over them. Let Reuben live and not die, nor let his men be few. You can see this in Deuteronomy 33, verse 6. So even in failure, there was grace. God allowed Reuben's descendant to continue. So what lesson can we learn from this? You may have stumbled like Reuben. You may feel you have lost your chance, but God's mercy can still give you a future. Grace doesn't erase consequences, but it does offer redemption. So final thought, what lesson have we learned from Reuben's life? So Reuben's life is both a warning and a reminder. He shows us that privilege without character is wasted. He also shows us that instability keeps us from excelling. It also tells us that even in failure, God's mercy can still preserve us. So let's ask ourselves, am I living with stability, integrity, and courage? Or am I like water, unstable, easily swayed, unable to hold my position? So God is calling us to be more than Reuben, to be men and women of steady faith, integrity, and obedience. So thank you for joining this reflection on the life of Reuben, Jacob's firstborn. His story challenged us to value character over privilege and to hold fast to God's grace even after failure. Amen.